Hey Google, play music. I have a huge devotion to Mary. I absolutely love her, as you might have already noticed by the many things in my room. And I have been praying the rosary, as one does, I usually do. And I have started to be a little bit more consistent with it. Before I would kind of pray it, and every few months maybe I'd pick it up again. But I've tried to be consistent with it recently. And every time I go through this cycle of praying the rosary, there's always a set of mysteries that sticks out to me more than the rest of them. I reflect and meditate on the joyful mysteries. These mysteries are proof that Mary really suffered spiritually in a lot of ways, and invites us into that, into her own life to think about, and into our own lives to think about the ways that we suffer and how our many sufferings can truly an offering to God if we allow them to be. I'm going to run us through the 5 mysteries of the joyful mysteries in case we forgot them. But the first is the Enunciation. The second is the Visitation. The third is the Nativity. The fourth is the Presentation in the Temple. And the fifth is finding Jesus in the temple. I almost forgot it for a second. It's fine. It's cool. I just want to briefly touch on all of these and talk about how relevant they are to each of our lives. The first mystery, which is the Enunciation, is when the angel Gabriel goes to Mary and tells her that she is basically to bear God within her womb and bring him to life and carry out the will of God in this way. The fact that she had to give God her yes in the midst of probably so many questions and uncertainty, and doing it anyway. And thinking about my own life, how many times we have to give him our yes, even though we don't know where that's going to lead us. The second mystery is the Visitation. I crack up at this mystery because it's such a girl thing to do when you have a problem, to just run to your closest friend and confide in them and see what kind of wisdom or advice they can give you. And that is exactly what Mary's doing here. She hears that her cousin Elizabeth is also going to bear a son, and they just spend this time together as they await their 2 baby boys. And I just think about how blessed we are to have communities and people in our lives that we can run to. The third mystery is the Nativity, and I'm going to be honest, this is one that I've been thinking about a lot for whatever reason. At first glance, I think we look at the nativity scene and we think God provided just enough, right? A manger, a place for them to stay for a little while, a place of shelter in case any bad weather came. God provided just enough. But when I have been praying with this, I keep going back to frankincense, gold, and myrrh. God didn't just provide just enough. He provided and then some. And I just think about my own life and the many ways that he's provided, and it's never just enough. It's always more than I need. It is always more than I need. The fourth mystery is the Presentation. We look at the Presentation, and I think we immediately think of Mary giving to God her son, right? The man that she comes across in the temple, Simeon, looks at the child and professes that this is the Messiah. We hear that Mary holds this in her heart, what this man professes about her son. And it kind of takes me back to the idea of journeying in our lives with other people, allowing the Lord to speak to us through other people, and how we so desperately need that on an everyday basis. The fifth mystery, which is finding Jesus in the temple. I just think about how many times in our life do we just wish we could see Jesus, and I don't understand what holds us back from realizing that he is and always is in the temple, in our nearby parishes. I mean, there's so many days where I'm just like, God just does not feel near, when he's literally 12 minutes away, and I just need to drive over there to say hello. I know this video was a little bit different than what we're used to, but this was just really on my heart, and so I just wanted to share this with you, to pray the rosary, because it's a beautiful thing, and I love it, and it has transformed my life, and it continues to. But I specifically wanted to share this set of mysteries with you, because I think they are so relatable. So anyway, that's it. I'm gonna go because this video has gone really long, and I'm so sorry. Okay.